Yo, what up, man? I'm doing this video really quick because I don't have a lot of time, but this is another video I'm recording. But look, I'm gonna get right to the point, man. It's Men's Health Month. It's a lot of month, but as men, we focus on the fact that it's Men's Health Month and excuse me, Mental Health Month, and that's the thing. Like, I'm just gonna kind of give my 2 cents on that, man. Um, I think it's very important, man, because one of the things as men that we have to understand is we don't have much support, if any at all. So one of the things we have to do is we got to lean on our brothers, man. You got to have an inner circle, of cats that you can depend on, real friends. You know what I'm saying? Real dudes that are there for you. And if not, then at least tell another dude. You got to have someone you could talk to, man. If it's not your dad, your uncle, a cousin, a homie at work, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But we shoulder a lot as men, and only other men understand. And that's something I gotta, you know, remind dudes a lot of times when we go through stuff. You gotta tell your brothers because only your brothers understand. They only understand because they're men too. Better yet, only they understand because they're men. So, hey man, if you're going through something, man, tell somebody, you know what I'm saying? But, it's important for us to establish networks of support. I know it sounds corny, but it's the truth, man. And I'm gonna say it like this. I've had four friends who killed themselves, and not like, oh, I know, not like not dudes that I knew or dudes that I associated with. These were my actual friends. I had one who was really young, one of my boys from back east. He had a drug and depression problem. He had a lot of stuff going on with his family, his parents, and just beefing with his dad. He was young. He was like 19, 20 when he passed, but he got in alcohol and drugs, and you know, it just accentuated the situation. So he ended up killing himself, trying to kill himself once. You know what I'm saying? He got some help, but he just lapsed back into, using and depression again, and he ended up taking his own life. So, that was just that was that was the first suicide I dealt with, man. It was unthinkable. Um, yeah, I still think about the homie, man. You know what I'm saying? He was a good dude, man, but he just got messed up into a lot of stuff. And I mean, who knows if he was able to be saved, but what I'm saying, I don't know. That's why it's important for people to focus on prevention. So, but I hope may he rest easy, man. He was a great dude. Um, the second one was another homie who was young, one of my West Coast homies, and he was 19 actually, and he was having all kind of issues. His father was going through a bunch of stuff with depression and bipolar, and then come to find out he was in the same situation. But it was a multitude of things that went on. I'm not gonna get into it, but it was infidelity and stuff like that amongst his parents. I just say that infidelity and a bunch of other things, and then it culminated with him basically trying to shoulder a lot of things, drinking a lot, and he ended up taking his own life, and his sister found him. It was just a terrible situation. But again, I mean, who knows if it could have been prevented? Again, why stress having a network of support? It's a core group, what I'm saying? A dudes that you deal with, what I'm saying? You got to lean on your brothers. And as men, I feel we're all brothers, man. No matter what color, age, none of that, what I'm saying? Because again, we're brothers in that we all experience, what it is to be a man and what you go through as a man. Um, the third homie who took his life was on psychotropic meds, and man, I don't know what happened, man. It was just I just think he just was depressed as well, and he was going through a lot. And yeah, I think it was a reaction to the meds, but he ended up taking his own life, and it was really weird because it's like he had everything going for him. You know what I'm saying? I would have never thought. No one really thought, but this is exactly why we also have to. You got to check on your boys too, because funny thing, not haha funny, like wow, I had 2 weeks in a row, something was like, hey man, telling me to give him a call. I'm like, all right, yeah, I hit him up. I've been pretty busy. Second week, I saw one of my boys that knew him, and he told me that he had killed himself, and I was just like, damn. And I don't know if I could have made a difference, but the fact that I never, you know, even partook in trying to see if I could make a difference really bothered me a lot. The fourth homie I had that took his life was having issues in that the big thing for him was he lost his daughter, and he couldn't recover from it, man. It hit him so hard, and then he was having issues at home with his wife as well. But the big thing was losing his daughter. But I mean, again, you know, we have to set ourselves up for success mentally, you know, and we have to set ourselves up to not ending up falling in situations where we're at our worst, or we've fallen so low that we don't know if we can come back from it. So I'm just gonna say this and encourage all the guys, man. Lean on your brothers, man. Find cats that you could, you know what I'm saying, that you could bounce stuff off, even if you just got a vent, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have cats like that in your life, man, that you could do that with. Because this manhood stuff is real, man. It's a trip. Ain't no joke, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, let's support our brothers, man. Even if cats you don't like, man, you don't gotta, you might not have to be friends with a dude, but I mean, I'm imagining you don't wish ill upon him, you know? And I'm gonna tell you like this. I mean, I know that other things happen to men when they fall to the wayside. They might not always kill themselves, but for me, the suicides I've dealt with have all been men, and I know a lot of it is because of what we shoulder. Again, as men, we deal with a lot of stuff. But I've had friends who've been murdered, and that's a hard thing to deal with. But the suicides for me hit way worse than the murders did, because there's a degree of finiteness to murder. You understand that there's it happened and this and that, and then you kind of you close the chapter at the murder, you know what I'm saying, and what happened. But for your friends that took their lives, it's kind of like a revolving door. You're always wondering, like, well, what happened? And there's so many what ifs, and that's the thing. It's weird. The grief for suicides for me, it's like you start to make progress, you know what I'm saying, of getting acclimated to accepting the fact that the person is gone, and then something happens, and then you slide right back down. It's like this revolving door where you progress and then you slide back down. That's the worst thing about losing someone. And then for anybody that might be thinking about killing himself, man, look, everybody contributes to the world. So you might be the one thing that's keeping one person from taking their own life. So all you have to do is just be the best example and the best person that you are, and contribute to the world. Even if you just speak to people, just be. But the world needs you. So don't, you know, don't don't put yourself in a position where you feel like that. And if you do, then get some help. You know, I mean, again, we don't have enough people out here telling guys, what I'm saying, supporting guys and helping guys and stuff. But as guys that are aware of this, then we have to kind of get the word out and spread the word and make others aware and let cats know. It's like, bro, you ain't in this alone. We're not in this alone. But I mean, as men, we walk through it alone, but we have to understand we're not in this alone. So, what I'm saying, make sure you lean upon your brothers, man. If you don't have any brothers that you lean on, then find some that you lean on. You know what I'm saying? Vent, whatever. All right, man. I mean, I ain't really got much else to talk about. I just wanted to throw this out there because it's been on my mind and my heart. Plus, tis the season with it being men's mental health month. Yeah, man. Be the man because you are the man. Subscribe, like, share. All right, man. Peace.